Good morning, everybody. Please have a seat. Good afternoon. Konnichiwa. Once again, it is an honor to welcome my partner and friend, Prime Minister Abe, back to the White House. I'm told there's a phrase in Japanese culture that speaks to the spirit that brings us together today. It's an idea rooted in loyalty. It's an expression of mutuality, respect, and shared obligation. It transcends any specific moment or challenge. It's the foundation of a relationship that endures. It's what allows us to say that the United States and Japan stand together. Otegai no tameni, with and for each other. This is the essence of the alliance between the United States and Japan, an alliance that holds lessons for the world. Prime Minister Abe and I had the opportunity yesterday to visit our memorial to President Lincoln, who believed that a great conflict had to be followed with reconciliation. Shinzo, on behalf of the American people, I want to thank you for your visit to Arlington National Cemetery. Your gesture is a powerful reminder that the past can be overcome. Former adversaries can become the closest of allies, and that nations can build a future together. Across 7 decades, our nations have become not just allies, but true partners and friends. And that mutual affection will be on display tomorrow when Shinzo becomes the first Japanese Prime Minister to address a joint meeting of Congress. And we are 2 global partners that stand together for security and human dignity around the world, opposing Russia's aggression against Ukraine, providing relief to innocent civilians threatened by ISIL, combating Ebola and promoting global health, and now offering help to the people of Nepal, who are in our prayers today. This friendship includes my partnership with Prime Minister Abe. Since taking office, I've worked to rebalance American foreign policy to ensure that we're playing a larger and lasting role in the Asia-Pacific, a policy grounded in our treaty alliances, including our treaty with Japan. And I'm grateful to Shinzo for his deep commitment to that alliance. He is pursuing a vision of Japan where the Japanese economy is reinvigorated and where Japan makes greater contributions to security and peace in the region and around the world. So Shinzo, thank you. I believe the progress we've made today will help to guide the U.S.-Japanese partnership for decades to come. Specifically, we first talked about transforming our security alliance. For the first time in nearly 2 decades, we've updated the guidelines for our defense cooperation. Together, our forces will be more flexible and better prepared to cooperate on a range of challenges, from maritime security to disaster response. Our forces will plan, train, and operate even more closely. We'll expand our cooperation, including on cyber threats and in space. And Japan will take on greater roles and responsibilities in the Asia-Pacific and around the world. Our new guidelines complement our effort to realign U.S. forces across the region, including on Okinawa, in order to lessen the impact of our bases on local communities. And I reaffirmed our commitment to move forward with the relocation of Marines from Okinawa to Guam. I want to reiterate that our treaty commitment to Japan's security is absolute, and that Article 5 covers all territories under Japan's administration, including Senkaku Islands. We share a concern about China's land reclamation and construction activities in the South China Sea, and the United States and Japan are united in our commitment to freedom of navigation, respect for international law, and the peaceful resolution of disputes without coercion. We also remain united in pursuit of peaceful denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula and addressing North Korean provocations. We fully support Japan's efforts to resolve the tragedy of North Korea's abduction of Japanese citizens. During my last visit to Japan, I met with the mother of one of those abductees, and she described the awful pain that she has endured. So I know how important this is to the Japanese people. Meanwhile, our growing trilateral cooperation with the Republic of Korea, as well as with Australia, gives us new opportunities to enhance security across the region. With respect to trade, we reviewed the progress our teams have made towards the Trans-Pacific Partnership. I know that the politics around trade can be hard in both our countries, But I know that Prime Minister Abe, like me, is deeply committed to getting this done, and I'm confident we will. I often point out, for example, there are many Japanese cars in America. I want to see more American cars in Japan as well. TPP will help level the playing field. It will be good for the workers of both our countries. And moreover, TPP will have strong protections for workers in the environment and help us set high standards for trade in the 21st century. Japan and the United States both operate with high standards in our companies and our corporations. We try to be responsible when it comes to corporate citizenship, and high standards will be good for us and good for the region. Based on the progress we've made, Prime Minister Abe and I discussed how the United States and Japan, as the two largest economies in the TPP negotiations, will now work together to lead our TPP partners to swift and successful conclusions of the broader negotiations. We also agreed to continue our close coordination on climate change. As the two countries that have made the largest pledges to the Green Climate Fund, we're committed to helping nations around the world seize the opportunities of transitioning to low-carbon economies. And we discussed the importance of all major economies submitting ambitious targets to reduce emissions so we can reach a strong climate agreement this year in Paris. And finally, we agreed to keep investing in our people so that they and our countries can reach their full potential. I want to once again commend the Prime Minister for his efforts to bring more Japanese women into the workforce. I can tell you it is very much my view here in the United States and around the world that when women are given opportunity, when they are full-fledged members of the political community and the economic community, when they have opportunity, those countries succeed. It's good for everybody. Along with the initiative we launched last year in Tokyo, we're also aiming to double student exchanges in the coming years. And with the leadership of our better halves, our wives, the United States and Japan are helping to lead our global initiative, Let Girls Learn, to give more young women and girls access to education. So these are just some examples of what it means to be true global partners. And I'm confident that with the steps that we've taken today, our alliance will play an even greater role in upholding security, prosperity, and human dignity, not just in the Asia-Pacific, but around the world. So, Prime Minister Abe, arigato gozaimasu. Mr. Prime Minister.